be sharing with you in this video how to become a powerful decision maker so that you don't need to be in the state of indecisiveness and like this state of I don't know if I should do this. It's just like how to make a choice and really just be a powerful leader in the sense that you just make those choices. You might not know if they're necessarily the right ones, but you just commit to them and you make those choices because you know that you really, from your perspective, you have no other choice but to make a choice. And I'm going to share with you in this video how to do this. And so the first thing that I want to share with you in this video is just to remember that I do strongly believe that one way to become a powerful decision maker is to own your values completely. Just know your values and own your values completely to the point where you fully align with your values moment to moment. Like every single moment that you go through your life, you completely align with those values. You fully align with, like, you don't forget those values, you remember those values, you stay connected to those values, because like, if you forget those values, why are you moving through your life in a way where you're not committed to what you want, what you actually care about? Because so many people, they care about so many things in their life. They care about so many different things, but they sometimes value other things through proving to themselves through their action that they actually care about those things instead of what they actually want. So they want one thing, but the actions that they take are not aligned with what they say that they want. So if you want to become a powerful decision maker, one way to do this is just to know your values completely. If you know exactly what you care about as you go through your life, if you know what you want to do, you know what you care about, you know what you are striving to do every single day, those actions are moving towards that thing that you care about, think about it. Everything in your life, your mind is going to start computing, should I do this or should I do this? Because you're going to think, is it going to help me get the goal? Yes, I'm going to do it. It's like, is it going to help me get what I want? No, I'm not going to do it. It's like when you know what you care about, is it going to support this? Let me just think. Yeah, it's going to support it. Okay, I'm going to make this choice. It's like you just know for a fact, should I do this or should I not do this? It's like it stops becoming something you need to overthink or overly contemplate, because it's like once you know what you want, every single action that you take is either supporting that goal or it's not supporting that goal. And then that sounds really black and white. I know that sounds very like, well, isn't that a little too general? But it's like, that's just how life is, I think. I think that life is, interestingly enough, just, are you willing to own your values so strong to the point where it becomes a no-brainer moment to moment where you know if you're doing the right thing. You just know. I think that we all know what actions we need to take to get what we want. The question is, have we fully committed to what we want and consciously outlined those values and written them down, made them very clear? Because my invitation to you and my claim is that if you make a very strong, you make a very strong intention for what you care about, and you get very clear on what you care about, what's going to start to happen is that the values, these values are going to start to run your life. They're going to start to really alter every single decision that you make, because every decision that you make ultimately is already leading you to what you value, what you care about. So if you know your values and you own those values fully and consciously, now every single choice that you make, you know is going to be going towards that thing that you chose. Because that deeper intelligence within you, within your being, is going to move you towards that intention to become created in your life. But if that thing that these decisions you're making there's no clear intention, all the decisions that you're making are not going to be done in a conscious way, and you're just going to be making choices over here, a little bit of choices over there, not really knowing, and this, and it's like, no, but it's like, if you know what you want, either it's helping you get there or it's not. Like, it sounds black and white, but it's like, that's how you become, like, I think that this is a mentality that will support quick decision making, powerful decision making, being a powerful leader, helping people to improve. Know your values. Monkey see, monkey do. You want somebody else to be the change that they see, that they want to see in the world? You be the change that you want to see in the world. You want to see people be better? You be better. You want to see people self-reflect more and think more for themselves and be more supportive to other people? You think for yourself more. You be more supportive to other people. You want other people to help? You help them first. Show up for how you want to see people to show up as. Be the person that you want to see in the world. This is how you become a good leader, knowing your values and doing this every single day. Now, the second thing that I want to share with you in this video is just to remember that, I believe that one thing that can drive a quick decision is just to remember that if you're in a state of stagnation, it's time to make a choice in your life. Stagnation should be the reason that you make choices. If you're going to go through your life and you feel stagnated, you feel like you can't move through your life, like you feel like you can't move forward, you feel like things are difficult and like you can't continue with your life and things are hard, right? If you're in that state of stuck energy, constipated for lack of a better term, energy, you're stuck, you can't move forward. That's the time to, if you're indecisive and you're overthinking and you're stagnated and you don't know and it's like you're stuck, you feel stuck, that's the time to make a choice. Just make a choice and move on. Because at that point, there's no such thing as the wrong choice. A choice, is better than no choice. You just want to make a choice because if you don't make a choice, what's going to happen is that you're going to stay stuck. In order to break out of a state of stagnation, you need to make a different choice and to move forward from that choice in your life. You need to take all that stagnation, all that negativity, all that resentment or anger or guilt or shame or whatever emotion it might be, the feeling of stuckness, and you simply make a choice against that and decide that, that feeling doesn't define me. I choose who I want to be in my life. You make a decision. Maybe it's not the right choice necessarily, but the choice that you make is going to help you to move forward and to be a better person. That's what it means to be a powerful decision maker. I think that being a powerful decision maker means that you see stagnation as nothing more than a tool to make a stronger and more powerful decision to help you move forward. Because what is really making a choice? Making a choice is just deciding to move forward, to continue on to something different. And I believe that in the bigger picture, to not move forward is in of itself a choice as well. But if you want to be more free-willed with your choices, make more conscious choices, remember that stagnation can be a tool to make a decision, to start making more choices in of itself. If you feel like you can't make a choice in your life, use stagnation as a way to make a choice. If you feel like, I feel stagnated, I feel stuck, I can't be the person that I want to be, make a choice. Make a choice. You don't know which choice to make, just make one. Again, it might not be the right choice, but sometimes just making a choice to move forward, to be something different, can be what you need to be better. If you're going through life and you feel like you don't know if you're making the right choice, just decide on something and then see what happens. Which leads me to the final thing that I want to share with you in this video, which is to remember, you might not know if it's the right plan in your life. You might say, I'm stagnated right now. I don't feel like I can do this in my life right now. I don't feel like I can do this, but I'm going to make a choice. I'm going to have a plan and make a choice and commit to something anyway. Just commit to something, right? You might not know if it's the right plan. You may be going through that situation, you may think like, oh my God, I don't know if this is the right plan. I don't know if this is, the right technique or the right plan to, right direction to go in. But I want to tell you something that a lot of the times, it's not about the choice that you make. It's not about the plan or the choice or the intention or whatever it might be. It's honestly about the willingness to follow through with that choice, which can manifest the choice into existence. If you want to manifest a choice into existence, if you want to see something that you want created into existence. I don't really like the word manifest because I believe that it's just creation, it's just life. Manifesting is one word, but creating what you want in your life, seeing it happen in your life in a way where you take your power back and you're empowered to be the person that you want to be. It's not about really which choices you make or what you want to create. It's more about, are you willing to fully follow through with the plan that you decided? It's not about the plan, it's how powerfully you follow through with the plan. The person that follows through with a bad plan will usually get a better result than the person that has a better plan but doesn't know how to follow through. So if there's somebody that has a stronger willingness to follow through with a worse plan, then they're going to outperform the person that has a much better plan, but they can't follow through. That's just what's going to happen, in my personal opinion, every single time. Because that person that, has that stronger follow through, they know that they're going to get what they want. They know that they're going to be committed until the result happens. And if it doesn't happen, they don't care, because for them, success is just being aligned with the result. The result may or may not happen. It's not guaranteed, and they're okay with that. The person that is a very powerful decision maker knows that that decision that they're making may not happen. They're okay with not happening. But nonetheless, they commit to that decision anyway because they like the peace of just moving forward and being a better person. The suffering that comes from not making a choice to move forward becomes worse than the willingness to step into the unknown of making a new choice to be something else in your life. So if you decide to be something else in your life and that's scary to you, it might be okay to do that because maybe it's scarier to stay stagnated. Have you ever considered that maybe it's actually possibly a much worse decision to stay stagnated? So that's why I believe we got to move forward and become better people. But just remember, the follow through is more important than the plan, in my personal opinion. You know, if you have a really powerful person in the sense that they believe in themselves to follow through, that's going to be usually leading to more results than a quote unquote good plan. And I say quote unquote good plan in that way because of what is even a good plan? Any plan can be good if the right person takes control of that plan and is determined enough. In any area of life, it's not usually the program, it's not the plan, it's not the course, it's not the thing outside of you. It's, how willing are you to commit to that plan? How willing are you to make it work? How badly do you want it? If you want something badly enough, not in like a needy way, but you truly want it and you believe that you're worthy of it because you know that you can have it, and that why can't you have it because you're worthy, from that space of just pure worthiness, not in an overly egotistical way, but a normal, like you deserve to have what you want way without any guilt or shame. Guilt or shame is not serving you. It's not helping anybody. Guilt or shame never served anybody. To feel guilty and shameful for having a desire, it's not going to help anybody, okay? It's not going to help you. It's not going to help the world. We need to remove these feelings of guilt and shame and just own your desires completely. Own your desires, own what you want. And remember, if you have a plan to get there, it's not about the plan, it's how committed are you to the plan. How badly do you want it? Do you want to create it? Not in a needy way, but do you believe you're worthy of it? Do you believe that you can have it and that it can be normal for you? Not this crazy, oh my God, if I have this thing, I'm going to be so much happier. It's like, no, it's like this. Is it okay for you just to have that thing and to feel normal with that situation? To feel normal with this desire manifested into your life? To feel normal with this thing that you want created into your life? Because if you feel like it's this crazy thing that if I have this, I'm going to be so much more complete in my life. It's like that type of energy is not allowing you to be at peace. And that's not helping you or anybody else to feel at peace in their life. If you're going to walk through life with guilt and shame in your heart, do you think that's helping the people around you to feel better? Like that's not going to help anybody. Okay? So if you want to make people feel better about themselves in their life, the first thing you can do is drop any guilt or shame around wanting something in your life. Just remove the guilt and shame, want what you want. If you feel stagnated towards that goal, make a choice and move forward into something different. Break the pattern of stagnation. Notice stagnation. Notice when you're getting into that derp state of, I don't really know what I'm doing, and it's like I'm kind of indecisive and I feel a little bit slower, and it's like I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know my intentions. It's like, get out of that, get your intentions clear, and step back into the game. Get back into the game, and remember, play the game consciously, but just do it in a graceful way where you're not allowing stagnation to control you, because you can play the game in a way where it's like you're letting stagnation control you and you feel heavy and it's like I don't really know. It's like none of that anymore. Just be the person that you want to be, and remember that the plan is not really that important. It's more about what you want and how committed are you to create what you want and follow through with that plan to see it and make it happen in your life in a way where you decide that it's going to happen. It might not happen for sure, but you're going to do everything in your power and what you can control to make it happen to the best of your